Hi dears, welcome back to our second class of 10th standard. In the last class we have discussed about different type of number sequences. Which are the number sequences that we have learned from the last class? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Natural numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. Even numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. Odd numbers then 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, etc. Prime numbers 1, 4, 9, 16, etc. Perfect squares. These are the number sequences that we have learned from the last class. Is it? Now, here there are some specialties for these sequences. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. is the natural numbers or counting numbers, and 1 is the first number, 2 is the second number, 3 is the third number, 4 fourth number, 5 fifth number, etc. And in this sequence 2 is the first number, 4 is the second number, 6 is the third number, 8, etc. So each number has its own position. Each number has its own position. And 1 is the first number. It is known as the first term. And 2 is the second number, it is the second term. 3 is the third number, it is the third term. And in this sequence also, 2 is the first term, 4 is the second term, 6 is the third term, and 8 is the fourth term, etc. So each number is known as the terms of the sequence. Each number is known as the terms of the sequence. Now each term has its own position. Each term has its own position. First term, second term, third term, fourth term, etc. Now look at here. Each term is in this sequence. Each term is obtained by adding 1 to the previous number. That is 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus 1 5, etc. And in this sequence, each term is obtained by adding 2 to the previous number. That is 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 2 8, etc. Here also each term is obtained by adding 2 to the previous number. 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 2 7, etc. Now in this case, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 2 7, 7 plus 4 11, etc. So what is the difference? In these three sequences, each term is obtained by adding the same number to the previous number. Is it? 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 2 7. But in this sequence, each term is not getting by adding the same number. And here 1, 4, 9, 16, etc. Here also, each term we will not be getting each term by adding the same number. So this type of sequences, that is, each term is obtained by adding the same number to the previous number, is known as arithmetic sequences. Arithmetic sequences. Arithmetic sequences. So, another example for arithmetic sequences. Another example for arithmetic sequences: 4, 7, 10, etc. 5, 10, 15, etc. Another one: 7, 11, 15, 19, etc. These are another examples for arithmetic sequences. Okay, now we can check what is the difference between these two terms, 7 and 4. What is the difference between these two terms? 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. 10 minus 7 is equal to 3. What is the difference between 13 and 10? 13 minus 7 is equal to 3. Now, in this sequence, 5, 10, 15, 20, etc. What is the difference between 10 minus 5? 10 minus 5 is equal to 5. 15 minus 10 is equal to 5. 20 minus 15 is equal to 5. Now what about this? 11 minus 7 is equal to 4. 15 minus 11 is equal to 4. 19 minus 15 is equal to 4. So we got the difference between two adjacent terms of an arithmetic sequence is same. In this arithmetic sequence, the difference between two adjacent terms is 3, and here the difference between two adjacent terms is 5. Here the difference between two adjacent terms is 4. So for an arithmetic sequence, the difference between two adjacent terms or the difference between two consecutive terms is same. That difference is known as common difference. Common difference. Difference is known as common difference. The difference between any two adjacent terms of an arithmetic sequence is same. That same difference, that same number is known as common difference of the arithmetic sequence. Now, 1 is the first term of this sequence, 2 is the second term, 3 is the third term, 4 is the fourth term, 5 is the fifth term. So what will be the nth term? Nth term is n. Now 2, 4, 6, 8 etc. 2 is the first term. We can write it as 2 into 1 is equal to 2, and the second term as 2 into 2 is equal to 4, and the third term as 2 into 3 is equal to 6, fourth term as 2 into 4 is equal to 8, etc. So what will be the nth term of the sequence? What will be the nth term of the sequence? Its nth term we can write it as 2 into n is equal to 2n. So the nth term of this sequence as 2n. Now what about this? Now we can compare these two sequences. 2 minus 1, 1, 4 minus 1, 3, 6 minus 1, 5, 8 minus 1, 7. So can you say what is the algebra of this sequence? The nth term of this sequence is 2n. So the nth term of this sequence is 2n minus 1. Okay, so this is known as the algebra of sequence. Algebra of sequence. The nth term is known as the algebra of sequence. Now, can you say the general relation of these numbers or these two sequences? We cannot write the algebra of every sequences, but we can write the algebra of every arithmetic sequences. And this number sequence also we can write the algebra. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square and n square. But we cannot find such a relation for these numbers because these are prime numbers. So for all sequences we cannot find the algebra, but for all arithmetic sequences we can find the algebra. Algebra is known as the nth term of the sequence. Okay, so today we have learned about arithmetic sequence, common difference, terms of the sequence and algebra of the sequence. Okay, so let us conclude today's class. We will meet the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.